Hey there, and welcome to Echoes of Age. This is the place where we talk real stuff about getting older, in a way that helps you feel stronger, stay sharper, and live better every single day. We're diving into the things no one really talks about when it comes to aging, but should. Let's jump in, Ted.
Have you ever looked at someone in their 80s and thought, how are they still so full of life while others seem to shrink away? It's a question that speaks to more than just luck. Because the truth is, aging doesn't follow one path. Some people lose strength, energy, and confidence as the years go by. But others? They keep surprising us. Walking with purpose, thinking clearly, and moving like time has only sharpened their spirit. And here's the kicker. If you're watching this and can still do even a few of the things we're about to discuss, you're not just defying age. You're rewriting what aging even looks like. These aren't fantasies or fairy tales. They're concrete, physical abilities that doctors, researchers, and lifelong learners all agree are signs of true vitality. Some of them fade without warning. Others disappear so slowly we don't notice, until we do. In this video, I'll walk you through 8 signs that your body and mind are still operating at a high level, signs that most people over 80 can no longer claim. If you can relate to any of these, you're not just surviving. You're thriving in a way that most can only hope to. And don't skip the last one. It's often forgotten, but might just be the most important sign of all. Let's begin. Most people assume getting older means slowing down, sitting more, forgetting names, and surrendering to medications. They accept it because they think, that's just how it is. But here's what no one told us. Aging isn't the enemy. It's the reward. What really hurts us is stopping. Stopping movement, stopping challenges, stopping curiosity. The body wasn't designed to decay in stillness. It's built to adapt, rebuild, and recover if we give it the chance. You see, when muscles aren't used, they shrink. When balance isn't practiced, it falters. And when memory isn't exercised, it fades. The good news? It doesn't have to be this way. Some people push back against this slow slide, and in doing so, they break the rules we thought were unbreakable. So, what does aging well, even aging backward, really look like? Here are 8 real-life signals that you're still full of strength, clarity, and quiet power. This isn't about gym strength. It's about functional freedom. Getting up from the floor requires coordination between your legs, core, arms, and even your breath. Most people over 80 stop getting down altogether because they're afraid they won't be able to get back up. That fear becomes avoidance, and that avoidance becomes limitation. But if you can still get on the ground and return to standing without needing help, you're ahead of the curve. Take Harold, 84. He loved playing with his great-grandson on the carpet, until one day he realized he was stuck, unable to rise without clutching furniture. Instead of accepting it, he began a gentle floor routine. Kneeling, rising, deep breathing. Within a month, he was back on the floor, and back in the game. If you can do this, comment 1 below. It's more than mobility. It's independence. How often do we take for granted something as simple as reaching for a dish or closing the cabinet? As we age, shoulders stiffen, joints complain, and flexibility disappears, unless we fight to keep it. Maria, 82, had been stretching every morning since she was 40. Her neighbors teased her about her yoga routine, until they needed help grabbing something off a top shelf. Maria simply reached, smiled, and handed it over. This simple motion requires shoulder health, back flexibility, and arm strength, and it often disappears silently. If you can still reach above your head without strain, type 2 in the comments. That's a signal your joints are still young. Balance is one of the first things to go, and one of the most dangerous losses of all. Most falls after 80 happen in bathrooms, and they're often the beginning of a downward spiral. But not for those who still practice single-leg strength and balance regularly. Oscar, 85, made a game of standing on one leg while brushing his teeth. He did it every morning. At first, he wobbled. Then, within weeks, he was stable and confident, even while lifting the other foot off the ground for 30 seconds at a time. Can you lift one leg without grabbing the counter? Can you step over the bathtub edge with control and stability? If yes, comment 3 below. Because that's more than coordination, it's protection. It's an old joke. I walked in and forgot what I came for. But if it happens all the time, it's not so funny anymore. Now, forgetfulness isn't always a red flag. But if your short-term memory is still working, if you can remember yesterday's lunch, last week's phone call, or what you needed when you opened the fridge, that's a powerful sign your brain is sharp and engaged. Sylvia, 86, reads 2 newspapers a day and finishes crossword puzzles in pen. Why? She says, it keeps my brain from getting lazy. If your memory still serves you well, type 4 below. Because sharpness of mind doesn't fade, unless you let it. Stairs are no joke. Every step requires leg strength, lung power, and cardiovascular fitness. Many people avoid stairs completely. But if you're still climbing them with rhythm, without resting or gasping, your entire system is aging beautifully. Take Doris, 81. Her doctor told her to avoid stairs after a mild knee injury. But she didn't want to live on one level. So she began doing stair intervals, 3 steps rest, 5 step, then the full flight. Within weeks, she was climbing without effort and feeling stronger than she had in years. Can you still climb 10 to 12 stairs without stopping? Comment 5 below. That kind of endurance is gold. There's walking, and then there's walking with purpose. Brisk walking, even just 10 minutes a day, is one of the strongest predictors of a long, healthy life. It strengthens the heart, boosts the brain, and resets your mood. Raphael, 83, wakes up every morning and does 2 laps around the block. Rain or shine. I don't skip it, he says. It's my time to think, breathe, and feel alive. If you walk every day without needing a cane or constant rest, type 6 below. Because walking is one of the most underrated gifts of all. Sleep is how your body repairs, detoxifies, and resets. Poor sleep speeds up aging. Good sleep reverses it. Nina, 85, struggled with restless nights until she made small changes. Dim lights at sunset, no screens before bed, a warm bath before sleep. Now she sleeps 7 hours straight and wakes up ready. If you wake up most mornings feeling alert and rested, type 7 in the comments. That's not just comfort, it's cellular renewal. This one isn't physical, but it might be the most powerful. If you still find joy in simple things, if you still feel needed, connected, alive, then you're aging with strength that no medicine can give. Purpose doesn't retire. Laughter doesn't grow old. And meaning doesn't fade unless we stop seeking it. James, 87, volunteers twice a week, cracks jokes daily, and has more friends now than he did at 60. I don't dwell, he says. I wake up, I give thanks, and I get going. If your spirit still feels full, comment 8 below. Because joy is ageless. If you saw yourself in any of these signs, you are not just doing well. You are aging like a legend. Because real strength isn't found in records or headlines. It's found in the quiet moments, standing without help, remembering your story, climbing the stairs, or waking with gratitude. And even if you're struggling with 1 or 2 of these areas, that's okay. Because awareness brings change. And change brings life. Balance can be restored. Muscles can be strengthened. Memory can return. Purpose can be reignited. You are still becoming. You're not too late. You're not too old. You are still rising. If this video touched your heart, take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a little encouragement today.